Who would have thought that a young boy from the quiet village of Edundja in the Ohangwena region would one day put Namibia on the world stage? But Nestor Sunshine Tobias didn't just dream it, he made it happen.
Yeah, see, first, I was born in Ohangwena region, in a village called Edundja. Then, of course, and I joined my uncle, where we used to work in Chuarongo, and of course was transferred to Chumeb. He worked for TCL that time.
He started with nothing but heart, an amateur boxer under South African rule, rising through grit and guts to become Southwest Africa's champion. He fought in rings from Chile to Brazil and Argentina, but just as his career soared, a devastating shoulder injury struck. But Tobias chose a different fight, giving back as a trainer and promoter. He built champions and transformed Namibian boxing from ground up.
So from there, I joined boxing at the mine, the TCL mine. Of course, I joined as a junior. I remember I was 14 years. Then, of course, I grew in boxing as a junior, and also I represented Southwest Africa at it is Feskaba. No, not Feskaba. It's a Sabu championship. That was a championship for blacks at that time, during apartheid South Africa. So I went 2000. That was 1982. So I get that was national colors of West Africa zebra. Of course, then I grow. I fought there in Durban, so I did not get any medal there. Then we come back. I continue my boxing career, and of course, 1983, I was selected in West Africa senior team, and of course we fought against. Those days there was this defense force, a lot of defense force section like West Africa, South Africa, and some battalions and so on. So we used to fight against those guys, And of course, I won a gold there, and of course, I became a Southwest Africa champion also, senior in 1983. Yeah, so I continued till 1985 after my school years. I went to Aranyamund, where I won Southwest Africa again. I was a South Africa champion for 10 years, and after that, they selected team to represent South Africa during South Africa Championship. So there, 1986. I won the South African Championship. I was selected as a Springbok to participate in South America. Then South America, we went to Peru, went to Chile, went to Brazil, we went to Argentina. So we fought there with that tour, and of course after that, I was offered an opportunity to turn professional. But those days things was not so clear. It was a little bit political and so on. So, but I could not. Then I have to come back to Namibia again, not to Africa. Then of course, 1987. Also, I become because those years was just repeating things. You fought for a regional, then you fought for Southwest Africa, then you fought SA, then you become Springbok, then the next year is same again. So I was repeating those things, become Southwest Africa champion, then I said South Africa champion, then you become Springbok, and of course, I remember 1988, there was a talk that when I won the the South Africa Championship. I became a Springbok. We fought against a team from Europe, so it was a rebel team, like, you know. Now they promised that, no, they were negotiating South Africa to be part of the Olympic Games in Seoul. So me and Frank Fredericks were supposed to go there, but they did not succeed. You see, the sanction continue, apartheid sanction continue, and of course after now independence, you know. So me and Harry Simon, we decided that there's nothing left in amateur boxing. We must turn professional. So that year was 92. So we decided to turn professional, but the Namibian Federation, because we left South Africa to go and turn professional in Cape Town on our own, we put up only unpaid leave from Oraniamund. So the federation called us back, said, no, you cannot turn pro now because we have to go and present Namibia during Olympic game in Barcelona. So after that, we come back. So when we come back to Namibia, they suspend us. The federation, no, you turn professional, you cannot fight this amateur anymore. I said, but why are you calling us back then if you know we are turning professional? I said, no, but we didn't even we didn't even spar against professional boxers. We were just training in our gym with a coach, but we never turned professional yet. Then they said, no, they're going to do investigation and so on. So I remember that time Harry already qualified during All African game in Cairo. So I was supposed to still go to Morocco for my last qualification for the Barcelona Olympic Games. But now, because there was no in fight and telling us I'm suspended and so on, so I didn't have enough time to prepare again for these Olympic Games. So that's why I was left out. Harry Simon, he went, and we agreed, okay, I was just going to wait for you. I'm not going to go back to South Africa. I'll wait for you till you come back, then we can go together. So Harry went to the Olympic game, and of course, he did well there, and he came back after that. 93, we went to South Africa to turn professional. Yeah, so we did well there, and we learned a lot of how boxing work and so on, professional boxing, because we didn't understand. We know about boxing, but the inside of professional boxing was lacking from our side. So, of course, you know, Eddie became a world champion. Me, I did well. I fought all over the world. I was a professional. And of course, I get injured. I injured my shoulder. And of course, I was advised by the doctor to go for operation. Then I said, no, it's better I just quit boxing. I didn't want to go for operation because I know a lot of boxers went for operation, shoulder, they did not succeed. You get for operation and you can get injured again. And I said, no, I think I did well for myself and for my country. Let me just retire. And of course, I said, no, when I retire from boxing, I'm not gonna just sit down and not doing nothing.
In 2000, he founded the Nestor Sunshine Tobias Boxing Academy and soon became a licensed promoter. With no proper infrastructure, few trained officials, and little corporate support, many would have quit, but Tobias doubled down. He turned obstacles into opportunities and built a legacy. Now he is here to tell us how he turned struggle into success and made Namibian boxing shine.
I will still continue boxing. As I come up with the idea to open up a boxing academy in Namibia. My aim was the little money I was having, just to invest in boxing and start something. So my aim was to train boxers and manage them, you know, and go and take them to fight somewhere all over the world and so on. But now I was taking these boxers to South Africa to fight, Botswana, and so on. But now I was still spending money. I was still paying for them, and sometimes paying for their opponent to fight them and so on. I said, no, it's better. And because local there was nothing, There was people who would register as promoter on paper, but they were not effective. They were not active. So I said, no, I approached the control board for another license as a promoter. So there was no question, there was nothing. So the control board granted me the license, and they were happy to grant me a license. So then I start promoting here, but it was still difficult to promote here because we didn't have professional officials. We didn't have enough professional boxers to make up the round. So, but I said, no, let me just continue with this guy I have Franz Rambo and Nindi. There was a guy called Kanime. There was Kaperu was not a professional yet. There was the late Joseph and Nindi. So I started with those guys, So, but now there maybe was only 4 guys who's a professional. So we fill up the other round with amateurs when we do events and so on. So it's how we started. We didn't have sponsors and so on, so I have to use my money to put a fight and so on. And of course later, when the thing growing is when people could buy ticket and so on. The boxing itself was to sell ticket. You could not sell table because people, they did not have a background of professional boxing, how it works. It was very difficult, but I continued doing this. And of course, today we are here today. And when my first champion was Franz Rambo, who was WBA Pan-Africa champion. Then of course, we start growing and growing. And of course, Hitman joined us. I was doing interview on the Radio Energy when Hitman called in. And I say, oh, you guys, where do you train? Then I told him, no, we train in a youth center. And if you want to join us, you can come there at 4 o'clock, then we can join us. Then that's how he joined us. That was 2000. Yeah, 2000, yeah. Then of course Hitman joined us. Because I'm saying Hitman because he's one of our top boxers. He joined us. And of course, he's an amateur. So, of course, we're at the Empty Sunshine Boxing and Fitness Academy. We train amateur and professional, and we're still doing the same. And of course, he joined us, and of course, he showed a lot of courage and a good talent. And of course, we show him how to stand, how to skip, and so on. So yeah, so Hitman was a very disciplined guy and a young man. And of course, we grow. Other boxers join us also later. And Hitman 2003, he turned professional. So he turned professional, and he grew as a professional. We improve his record. Yeah, so we end up getting a sponsor for him as an individual. People must understand, we didn't have Nampa was sponsoring Hitman as an individual. But from the beginning, they were just, our sponsor first sponsor for Nampa was 800, to buy him clothing, and of course the other 400 we give for him. So it was not a lot of money. So then of course we grow, then end up giving him maybe 2,000 per fight and so on. And of course when we're traveling, they give us extra money for food and so on. Also the ticket maybe we buy ourselves and so on. Yeah, so it's how difficult it was, So, but when we grow and so on, we start also getting support from individuals who buy tables and so on, especially the fight, our biggest fight first was Ali versus Tyson Ushona, 2004. So with that fight, Ali was based in UK. Tyson was based here. We train him here. It's how we promote that fight. UK for Namibia versus Namibia, here at Vendo Country Club. So we sell the tables, and of course it was sold out. And for that, from there, we introduced actually professional boxing to this nation. That was 2004. And of course, you know, Hitman was also only fighting undercard, you know, and because Hitman was our first world champion, first international rated boxer. In 2006, we give him an international championship, what is WBO, WBA, international, and he won that fight against a boxer from Armenia. Yeah, so from there, when he grow and we put him in a rating, we put him in the top 10, then of course he was number 1. He became a mandatory to the world title. That's how he ended up becoming a world champion. And of course, the other boxers, we groom also other boxers because we cannot promote one boxer. You have to promote the main guy, then of course the undercard. The undercard is those upcomers like we are doing. So, of course, Hitman, he became a world champion 2009 in Japan. Of course, that was my first world champion. And of course, we was, you know, during 2005, after a struggle groom these guys, there was influence for somebody who convinced this guy to go to America. There's money there, there's no money there. Tyson, Smokey, and Rambo. So you just imagine yourself, this guy is the main bout of the academy. This guy that was taken away. So now it was only Hitman who was still fighting undercard, you know. So you know, we tried to fight and say, hey, now it's a setback. And I already announced a fight to be in Swakopmund. So now, this guy was taken, they went to America and so on. So I continue with what I'm having. I was having Hitman. Hitman that time, 2005, he never fought still 8 or 10 rounds. So now I have to make a plan to make him in the main bout. So I make him the main bout. The first fight was 8 rounds. It's a main bout in Swakopmund. And of course, he grew. Like you said, he became a world champion in 2009. And of course, the other kid was so used to fight 4 rounds, go to 6 rounds. Now we restart over again. See? So, you know, those guys, they went to America. They come back 0. When they come back, Hitman was already in a world rating. So meaning, sometimes it's not where you are training, it's about your commitment, you see. America is for Americans. We Africans, we can just do it from here. So we show the world that we can do it from here. There's guys, doesn't know what's number 1 here. He went to America, Smokey and Rambo. But today, if you see the history, the guy who remained in Namibia, he became more successful than those guys who went to America. So that's a message to everybody. It's not where you are training. It's about what you are doing, where you are, you know. And of course, in the Western world, there is more advanced. Of course, they got more beautiful gyms. They got all the equipment. But you can be in a beautiful gym with all the equipment. But if you are not talented enough, or you not work hard enough, you will never succeed, you know. So we are committed. You need someone who's committed. Like me, I'm committed to boxing. I give my life to boxing. And of course, it's why, for me, I'm not even scared to lose, you see. That is the secret. Sometimes you must not be scared to lose. People can say if you go to wherever, you just lose, you see. The point is, you lose, but you win also. Most people, they only remember when you lose, see. But when you be successful, some people don't remember those. It's why I'm saying we are more successful than the Americans or the other promoter in the world, you know. Because if you see what we achieve in a small country like Namibia, when it comes to the numbers of the citizens of Namibia, with 3 million against we go against versus 1 billion people worldwide. We still managed to win world titles. We won 3 world titles now, and we got a lot of boxers world rated, and of course who fought for the world title. Also, they didn't succeed just to qualify. It's like people, they must also understand. When somebody qualifies for Olympic Games, yeah, or the soccer team qualify for the Cup of Nations, they're celebrating. But when a boxer loses, it's just maybe they look at me. So Nestor is the guy there, or Nestor is successful or something. It's not me. This boxer, when he qualified for the world title, it's achievement also. See? You see, when an athlete win a silver, it's already a loss. But the people will celebrate. But if a boxer qualifies for the world title, if you lose, then they criticize. You see? So it's also must also educate the people. You go there, the national anthem be sung, people are celebrating before the fight. Even the other countries, they see Namibia is there, fighting for the world title. That's a big achievement, you know. You see, what I want to say is just, I want to give the people who was there from the beginning, must give them credit, because in the beginning there was nothing. Even the officials, they get paid now, see. That time we didn't have an officials, professional. They grow. See, the boxing commission, boxing board, they're also getting funds now from the government. It's because of the hitmen them, you see. Because for our people, for us who stay there from the beginning and groom the sport of boxing. And of course, now they make it even easier for these kids now, because they're also getting more money. They even demand money, you see. Even there's no money, like we got a budget for this guy and for this guy, see. We got only, like our sponsor, MTC, like PST Bet, co-sponsor. They give money to the academy to develop boxing. But now we are not only just on development level, we are also on the championship level, international level, where we invite people from outside. We don't have that budget, but we're still doing it, you know. The difference now is we got more boxers who's rated, who cannot just fight anyone. They have to fight somebody so they can be sanctioned. You cannot just bring a guy from anywhere to fight Energy. They will see Energy got 4 stars now. So at least you need a guy who, at least with 2, 3, 5 stars also, to fight this guy so he can develop. But now to bring those guys here, you need more money. You must pay them in US dollars. That's a big difference now than 10 years ago. It's a big difference now. You need more funds to put up events, you know. You need more funds to pay the officials, you know. You need more funds to pay the transport or to put up an event. Maybe those years, you pay only these guys a certain amount, but now these guys, they are demanding how much should they get. That's a difference now. So, and of course, now we got more guys who can fight. It's also not easy for the promoter to put up to match guys, because there's boxers. There was no boxers before. Now there's a lot of boxers who's willing to fight, who can fight 10 rounds and so on. Our aim is to groom them for the world title, because the aim for an athlete is to participate in a world title. Doesn't matter if it's boxing or soccer or athletic, it's you to go and to participate on the highest level. So all these boxers, we groom them to become something in life, okay? But now we got also different talent. We can see after 3, 4, 10 fight, this guy is heading this direction. Now we got guys like Panteu Zaita, we got Felipe Zingitumbo Energy, we got John. Of course, we got Philemon, Fredericks Nitunanye from Alpha's Bay. We got these guys. All these guys. We got Martin Mukungu, all those guys. Those guys, we say, okay, those is our now. Guys, we have to invest more, to look after more, to protect and so on. Like Energy, it's one of the top guys in Africa, you know. He's a very talented boxer. And of course, it's a guy you can match against anyone. Like now, we're trying to get an opponent for him, but everybody is that touching, you know. They come up with the excuse demanding more money and so on. But we don't have that money the people are demanding. But we're not going to stop there. We're still going to keep on investing in him so he can get the opportunity to fight for the world title. We got a kid like Mateo Zaita, who's going to fight for the world title now. Big achievement for him. And of course, he's not just going to fight. A Namibian fighter, when you go in the ring, you must always give him a chance also to win, because they're very talented, very skillful, they are tough, they are strong, and of course, you got a chance to win the fight also, you know. So it's why we take this fight. We got a guy like John. The age is not on his side. He's also going to fight for a big fight in Europe right now, on the 9th in July. You know, that is also a good big achievement for him. He's rated number 4 in the world. I mean, come on, man. It's not easy from Africa to get that position, you know. So that is the boxers we have now. We can, and of course, we got the other boxers in the gym, from amateur to 4-rounders, 6-rounders, 8-rounders. We got a lot of boxers in the gym, and of course, we must also get credit for the growth in boxing. It's not only the academy, Sunshine Academy. There's also the other promotions. You see, so those promotions see what you are doing, and of course, they see opportunity. Is why they are also there. You know, that's also for achievement for us. You know, and of course, we just hope they follow the rules and the structure of boxing, and of course, work hard, because it's not easy. I think, like I said, Sunshine already contribute, you know. We did a lot. It's why even Sunshine is no more the boxing, it will remain there, you see. For us now, it's just to keep on doing the good work for the country and produce. And of course, the others, they can always learn from us. When the Sunshine is no more, the boxing must remain. Boxing must remain. The boxing is the main, you know. Sunshine is just part of boxing, but boxing is the main issue here. So we, like I say, we just gonna keep on working hard and produce more boxers, produce more managers, produce more coaches, bring money to the sport, sponsor and so on. So that's what we are doing right now. No, I just want to thank everybody who was involved from the beginning, and also those who just joined boxing now. And the best thing is just to respect and work hard, and of course, try to assist where you can. And those who ask for help, to help them also. And of course, even now we are busy preparing for big fights now. Okay, we already qualify. We are not trying to qualify for the World Cup or to do. This guy qualified already to fight for the world title, WBC world title. They say WBC interim world title, but it's still a world title. All the regulations same, all the sanction fee is same, the belt is same. So this is a big achievement for Nata, Mateus Aita, and of course those who also in the world rating like Energy, Paulines, is a big achievement also. Those qualify also for the world title. So those other academy, they can support this kid, support. The government is like you go fight for the world title, but the announcement is done. You don't get a call from the Ministry of Sport. You don't get a call from Sport Commission. You don't get a call from Olympic Committee, and of course, it's maybe understanding of things. In boxing, you say amateur, then you say professional, but it's just boxing. You see, it's just what is the difference? Why they say professional and amateur? When you go to football, if they sign up a kid here today, you go and play for Manchester, he's just going straight go and play. But in boxing, you cannot do that because of the safety of the sport, because the sport is dangerous. So you have to say, this is a professional, this one is qualified to fight against this one. In soccer, any guy can play against anyone. You can again go and play against Ronaldo, you can just play, without any danger. But you cannot take a kid here from the street and say, go and fight Mike Tyson. No. It's why the professional come in. This is professional, this is amateur. Just to guide, because boxing is the most dangerous, it's also the most safe sport when it comes to rules and regulations, because it's where in boxing you get test you can test against any disease in the world, before you qualify to fight. So we're just happy to be Namibians, and we're happy to bring all these medals to Namibia, all the titles we bring to this country, and of course, one day we're going to get someone who can recognize us, to say, this kid, he did well. Look, Mbunda is a former world champion. Harry Simon, world champion. Paul Moses, Jules Indongo. But now today, where are they? Nobody's talking about them. See? Those kids, even if you got documentary of books, in America they had a Hall of Fame of these sports stars and so on. These guys, they are there, you see. They put America on the world map. They uplift the American economy. So, but for us, I think somebody has to come in and intervene and recognize these kids.